Welcome viewers to this video. Thank you for watching.
Keep my head up when I act, head up, that's a fact. Never looking back, I'ma keep myself on track. Keep my head up, staying strong.
My week was just so hectic that you
What's
all
hectic?
were hectic. I like that.
What kind of song is it?
I don't know, you sing, so we can sing it
A
to the...
special girl I love so long in this world of love. We never want to tell no one goodbye. Whoa, 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 all my years of happiness say she were good to me. And whoa, whoa, my heart beats Everest and her in all my life.
Good.
I saw a whole lot of picture the other day.
So I'm jumping on the shot.
You can't keep the people them go over. You can't keep the people them go over. Yes. You can't keep the people them go over. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. A special good evening to Jamaicans in the diaspora and Jamaicans right here at home. The People's National Party has always been the party that has given the majority of Jamaicans access to good educational opportunities, good health care, and social services. Why? Because we're the party that believes in social investment and not social control. For those of us who actually have constituencies and who represent people, it's not pretty out there. I can just tell you straight. Because what is happening is the COVID pandemic has exacerbated the desperation and anxiety of Jamaican people. We have people who haven't had water in communities for months, and the National Water Commission is not able to provide water. We have students, thousands of students who have been set back because they don't have access to technology and internet services, especially in the rural areas. Farmers have been decimated because of the closure of the tourism market and certainly the drought. And I have families, we all have families, who have been out of work and are desperate because they don't know how their children are going to go back to school. Now, the JLP will tell you, because they're a great PR machine, that there's prosperity out there for everyone. It's not true. It's actually only out there for a few people. And the majority of people are feeling desperate. The PNP has always been the party that has perennially taken Jamaica out of periods of adversity. And we'll do it again. Why? Because we have a competent and diverse team. Why? Because our team is new, with youth and experience, with fresh ideas and fresh minds. And our spokesperson's council is actually 160 years younger than the cabinet of the Jamaica Labour Party. So we will continue to build Jamaica. Make sure you vote the People's National Party. Thank you so much. You see all of this rubble right here? This is the water work we're doing, coming all the way from Higgintown, going into Claremont. So if you see things that look like potholes and open trenches at various points, that is what is happening actually here. And the NWC, this is a water project that we're doing in collaboration to bring the people of Higgintown and soon to be Brittonville, Newgrown, etc. water. So don't watch how the place look like this. There's another place as well that has some water settling. I'm going to call a name because I see it all over. People are trying to post pictures all over. That is a drain by the NWA where the National Water Commission had a leaking pipe. And it is just recently that they fixed the pipe because the pipe was draining there. And so the NWA needs to come and put a proper drain so that the water, when it runs off of the play field in a particular area, can run into that drain. Okay? Someone with the largest constituency in Jamaica and traveling across the country. The circumstances that we face now in Jamaica are dire for a number of reasons. I have young people who are asking me if we are living in a military state. People are laid off left, right, and center from the hotels. The bauxite situation has impacted Panton. Remittances have dried up. And so people are desperate. Desperate. The special period that we're in, during independence, I saw people exhale. It was an opportunity for them to come out and feel good about their country and themselves. I understand that people are very, very concerned that there appears to be a significant double standard as to how politicians conduct themselves, especially with nomination day, and how the entertainment industry has been bludgeoned by the government to say that it is perhaps their fault in terms of the spike. And that is unfortunate because the entertainment industry have to eat too. It's just a straight fact. I am concerned because I have a lot of elderly people who live in my constituency who want to vote. We are essentially 10 days, 9 days away from an election. And as a mother, as a concerned citizen, as somebody who is out there interacting and understanding that in our culture, Jamaicans like to hug. Them come up in your face. Them want to touch you. Them want to feel you. Kiss you. Hug. It's just who we are. I don't know, as Mark says, he knows the legal ramifications and it's a 30-day issue. Parliament has been dissolved. But the truth be told, I would not be opposed in the best interest of the health of our population for a postponement. If all of the data, if the PSOJ, the Jamaica Manufacturers Association, if Jamaicans actually feel that that is in our best interest. Because whether it is 30 days, whether it is the Prime Minister knew, because we were not testing. He knew that when the borders were open and how the tourists were coming in, he knew that when Jamaicans came home, if them did have a funeral, them wasn't going to wait the 14 days for come out a road. He knew, but he still called it. And I am saying, right, me, Lisa Hanna, Member of Parliament of South East Panton, that if it is a situation in protecting the health of our country over the popularity of the Prime Minister, then I would not be opposed for a postponement.
At just 1% market share of the world would transform Jamaica to the country we all say we want to live in and yearn to live in. So, Mr. Speaker, I'm here not to criticize, but to give recommendations. Here are some recommendations on how Jamaica can actually grow through exports. Music and art. If we were to ask a question, Mr. Speaker, what has music done for Jamaica? The answers would be unending. However, if I was to ask musicians, what has Jamaica done for them? The majority, if not all, would say, not much. What have they done? They've done everything basically on their own. Recently in Kingston, I attended one of the most professionally organized and satisfying and gratifying musical performances, owned and managed by Jamaicans. Every hotel in Kingston was full. Every airline seat coming into Jamaica was booked. Mr. Speaker, if Butcher Panton was listed as an export company, his shows alone in the last month in Jamaica, Nassau, Trinidad, and Barbados would put him in the top 20 Jamaican exports. Had he been a hotel or an export manufacturing entity, he would qualify for significant incentives and waivers. Neither he nor any other artist receives these kinds of incentives. Additionally, foreign entities coming to set up for shows can bring their technology and equipment to our shores duty-free because they're taking them back out. But our producers, sound engineers, lighting technicians, digital content providers, stage managers, artists have to pay the import duties, the GCT and other charges for equipment purchased. If you understand the industry, Mr. Speaker, people aren't buying this equipment for the most part to sell it, but rather to enhance their talents and earning capacity. Whatever import tax revenue loss the country may suffer is minuscule compared to the potential earnings and pride and marketing these artists bring to Jamaica. How can we be satisfied that a potential drummer in my constituency of Southeast St. Ann or in West Rural St. Andrew can't afford the entry or the tools of trade, whether he wants to set up a makeshift studio at his house or her house and to properly develop his talents? Mr. Speaker, we have not designed this economy to properly develop and equip industry. Yet his artistry is already recognized as coming from a country that produces the world's best. So, Mr. Speaker, the technology for artist production is moving fast. A 3-year-old soundboard is almost obsolete today. And if you know what a soundboard is, I think the member from St. Catherine would know what a soundboard is. When you go into a studio and you're going to mix down the music, everything you know is computerized. So the soundboard checks everything. Those things are moving fast. The computer technology, everything. So as fast as they can bring it and do it, everything is changing. Therefore, I'm making a formal call for musicians, artists, dancers, sculptors, all artisans of the creative and entertainment industry to be seen as foreign exchange earners for Jamaica, and as such should benefit from the tax waivers and incentives on the tools of their trade. I want to reinforce our call for the amendment of the Noise Abatement Act and to lend our support for that, as well as the building of permanent concert venues. Mr. Speaker, medical tourism is valued at $120 billion US, with more than 2.5 million people.
Subscribe, like, share, and comment. Thank you.